Hello, love. Welcome to Feeling Fridays here on the Libran Key. Messages for the highest and the greatest good of the empath collective, the empath journey, and the evolution of empath consciousness here on Mama Gaia, all part of this Elsh collective that we are connected to. Empaths, light workers, starseeds, healers, awakened and awakening souls. Know that if this message finds you, and or if you find it, that there is something here for you. That is always the intention that I put into these messages. Family, those of you returning here, thank you for being here. Thank you for all your comments, for your confirmations in those comments, for sharing is caring and upholding all of those truths and values. And if you are just coming across this message, this channel for the first time, a very warm and loving welcome to you. I'm recording this on Samhain. I'm recording this on Halloween, All Hallows Eve, Earth date, October 31st, 2024. I am making this intention to continue to remember, because I haven't been doing this consistently, and I apologize for that, because Spirit has been really making a point of saying to me, make sure that you're recording the date in which you record in the videos, because sometimes I do these videos like either 1 or 2 days ahead of time, and there's something important in that for some reason. They're giving me the significance of that in terms of this time matrix. Remember that these videos, these messages are all timely yet timeless in nature, and the recording of the dates is significant. Just like we have a life path number, just like we have a date that we're born, it's all significant, okay? So, a blessed Samhain to you if you celebrate, a very happy Halloween if you celebrate as well. However you celebrate this day, it is, this particular message will be posted for November 1st, okay? So, new moon in Scorpio. It is also All Saints Day in many parts of the world. Also, Diwali is a celebration, right? Isn't that a celebration of light? And I think it's today as well. That is what I'm familiar with too, and know here. So without getting too off topic with that, there's an order to everything is what Spirit wants to bring through. And part of that is connected to this message. We have the energies of Archangel Michael here and Commander Ashtar coming through for the Empath collective and the Empath evolution of consciousness here on Mama Gaia for these messages, okay? Now, they want to speak to specifically the blue rays, the blue ray collective, also the blue ray star seeds, if that resonates for you, and the indigos, the indigo ray, the indigo star seeds, the indigo consciousness here on Mama Gaia. So even if you do not necessarily identify with being a blue ray or with being an indigo or resonating 333, as I say this, with any of that, there's something significant in this, because as starseeds and light workers, we are working with different collectives constantly. We are working with different collectives. And this goes back to a video that I had done a while ago, which I'm going to link it here. Let me just make a note of the time. With regard to starseed origins, Commander Ashtar had come through for that particular message to speak to that, because just like with astrology, especially pop astrology, okay, we're very much about like, oh, I'm this particular sign or I'm this particular type. And we kind of, we run the risk. I'm hearing again, run the gamut. That's interesting, because it is a gamut is what he's showing me. We run the risk of actually putting ourselves in a box or pigeonholing ourselves. And the funny thing is that there's significance to identifying with a particular trait, a particular energy, a particular group. 444 on the counter as I say that. There's something that stabilizes us and grounds us. That's kind of an additional message to bring through with that number. But we have to be wary of also how we are when we get too rigid, because I'm being shown now creation consciousness, our creative energies, creative life forces, how they're all universal. Our life force energy is all universal. And now I'm being shown the Four of Pentacles in terms of the rigidness of that, and how, again, it's all about finding this integration and balance. Okay? Really important to remember that. So essentially what's going on right now, currently, and remember, these readings are timely yet timeless. So whenever this finds you, there's something here for you. There's some kind of an energy portal opening up. I'm being shown this by Archangel Michael, connected to the blue rays and the indigos. There's some kind of, and I'm even seeing, okay, I'm hearing crystals and rainbow as well. I'm seeing the rainbow bridge. So essentially, again, this is a portal. I'm being shown a doorway now. I'm looking over and seeing a card that I have out, where there's essentially this portal. It looks like a doorway. And within this doorway, interestingly enough, it looks like there's 4 stars. They want me to show this. So it looks like there's 4 stars in, again, that number 4 in this type of formation. To me, what I see immediately with that is the equilateral cross, okay? So there's significance in this with regard to divine masculine, divine feminine coming together, Christ consciousness, the true cross, all right, is what I'm hearing with that. Take whatever resonates with that. If you know, you know. So this is what I'm hearing. This is what they brought through in the meditation word for word. The path is you. Again, can't even read my writing, but this is what happens. Okay, starting from the beginning. The path is you. Absolve all. Oh my God, I cannot read my writing. This is what happens when messages come through and I just start writing them down. Hold on. I cannot read this. Okay, they want me. Absolve all. Understand the depths. Okay, I don't know what this word is. It doesn't even look like a word. Distractions. That whole thing just happened for a reason, is what they're showing me. They're showing this to you as an example, because they didn't want me to continue on reading. They wanted me to go back to the word and focus. Okay, this is huge. This is the biggest part of this message. It goes back to at the beginning of the year, when Commander Ashtar had come through for the collective reading for 2024. It's 12:34 on the clock as I say this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this progression. They're showing me stairs going up. I'm seeing a stairway going up. I'm seeing the 8 of Cups in the Tarot of Dreams deck, where we're walking away from something, we're ascending into something new. Okay, they want me to get back. I'm starting again. The path is in you. Absolve all distractions. Understand the depths to which you can swim and the knowledge at your disposal. And they use this word very specifically. This energy coming through is very much like the last message with the Lyrans and the Lyran Andromedans, where they're bringing in certain idioms, phrases, because there's coding in them, but the coding is to be decoded. That is something that they confirmed after I posted that video. So the coding is to be decoded, and that's why there's coding in the messages, okay? So, dispose, and I'm like, that word, dispose? Yeah? So, they asked me to go to dispose, the definition of disposal, And when I was coming back into the room, it was 12:21 on the clock, and they were showing me that this is having a mirroring effect, and that essentially there's an activation in this mirroring effect connected to this portal energy. So there's some kind of, I'm hearing substrate of energy coming through right now at the time of this reading, as I'm recording this, that I am sending through, and through them and through you watching this, mirroring this, it's going to come into your life in divine timing, because they did bring that as well through, and I'll get to that once I get through the rest of these. I'm trying to go through this in order, okay? Because they're telling me this is important to go through it in order. So there's an activation to this portal whenever you find this message. And this can also be a confirmation for a portal that you have already accessed, or a portal that you will be accessing based on linear time, hence them wanting me to stay linear with this. So the particular part of the definition of disposal, as I referred to my trusty Webster's New World Dictionary, 1111 on the counter as I say that, is the arrangement in a particular order. Disposal. Arrangement in a particular order. And then at the end of this definition, we had the phrase, because again, they're coming through with phrases and idioms here, at one's disposal. Disposal. At one's disposal. Available to use as one wishes. Available to use as one wishes. And immediately they were emphasizing here and bringing through free will. Free will. The energy of free will, which they want me to speak to just a little bit before we get into the cards. I'm only going to be asking through the Starseed Oracle again through this one. They don't want me popping any tarot. They want to keep it straightforward and simple as always. But the Starseed Oracle is very intentional here, connected to this other connection to the stars, 1212, this energy of ascension and descension of light codes and energies and coding, and this activation taking place. Okay, so right before I started setting up my space deck here, I heard divinity in right timing. Divinity in right timing. And on that note, they just want me to start popping the cards. They just wanted me to bring that through. Take whatever you take from that. Divinity in right timing. There's something significant in that, okay? Also, when I opened my notebook here to start taking notes on the meditation, to turn the page, I had this particular postcard bookmarked in my notebook. Right after I heard this energy portal opening up, blue rays, indigos, and also by extension they're saying crystals and rainbows, because there's something significant in the name of those particular references to groups or energies or soul groups for that matter, okay? And the overlapping of them. The overlapping of them, because there are, everyone is bringing in pieces of the truth when it comes to this, that we have to be aware of, and that we need to acknowledge. And it's interesting because they're showing me the importance of free will in discerning here what resonates for you and what doesn't. And coming back to the one truth, God's truth, Source's truth, unity, Christ consciousness, okay? So, like a phoenix, we will rise. This feels like a very specific message. Archangel Michael is all over this particular energy right now. Very much so. And very connected to the energy of light workers, especially. We know that Archangel works. The works of the archangels. Archangel Michael works very closely with those that identify as light workers. This is important. Okay, he's also bringing through this sort of message of really truly owning this, okay? Really truly owning this. Owning something. There's something in the name. There's something in the claiming of this name. And even more broadly, really what it is a claiming of energy. But again, don't get boxed. Like I keep on hearing that phrase, pigeonholed, okay? I am working with the crystal energy and spirits of Sodalite and Kyanite. And I was specifically directed to bring this particular Sodalite, because I have like 3 pieces of Sodalite. Do I? I think 2, maybe? I can't remember. But specifically this one. And it's because of the linear fashion in which this pillar, okay, very divine masculine in its energy, very much how Archangel Michael comes through, and this Kyanite, look again, very linear, connected to Commander Ashtar, okay? So there's an energy here of bringing forth clear communication, intent, this connection of free will to what you say, okay? We've all heard it before, words cast spells. But they actually want to speak to that a little bit more deeply here in terms of words, phrasing, and how that molds and creates consciousness. So look at it that way, okay? And when, you know, there's no pigeonholing here of what spells are, okay? And remember that free will, this is another thing, because there's a and I don't want to get too off topic with this because this is a whole other discussion, but there is a lot of fear mongering around what spells are and what spell work is, and also the collective spell. The moment that you understand that you are a sovereign being that exists within this universe and these multiverses, because we're talking multidimensionality here, right? The moment that you get that, the moment that you claim that, the moment that you say, I am sovereign, I am free, I choose what I see, believe, hear, etc., okay? Understanding, well, specifically what they're saying to me is I choose the programming. You choose the programming, right? So this fear-mongering about being taken over by spells or whatever you want to call this, okay? And this very old matrixy way of looking at witchcraft, of looking at spell work. Understand, without me getting too into it, okay, that there is a lot of fear-mongering and misunderstanding around that. There's fear-mongering, and so much of that exists within our collective consciousness because of history and timelines that have been fed for us to get to this point, to have that as a trigger, because they're showing me like a button, like it's literally like you push a button and this thing gets triggered, okay? Again, and they come back to this absolve all distractions. So again, linear, right? Absolving all distractions. And interesting that Sodalite and Kyanite, Sodalite is more connected to the third eye, but Kyanite very much connected to I feel they're always sort of, Kyanite feels very high frequency. I've always said this with regard to this crystal, but there is something very specific here connected to the throat and the energy of sound and what we say and what are we affirming in what we say, and choice and truth, all connected to this. So I'm also hearing now there's truth in the distractions. There's something in the act of being distracted that is asking to be alchemized, looked at. Why? Why are you being distracted by this? What's the purpose of this distraction? And having tremendous awareness around that, and not being mad at yourself again because you're getting distracted, or like, oh my God, like being upset with yourself because of that. Because again, there's opportunity. They're bringing through that message again of opportunity in crisis or opportunity in challenge, right? Right? Okay. Connected to the Chinese character for that and all of that. Now, what's interesting is I did not shuffle the Starseed Oracle, but they specifically want me to start by looking at the first card, and they had me literally do this with the deck. This goes back to this equilateral cross. So they want it, yeah, they want me to look at the first card, and then they want me essentially to pop one more and leave it at that. So this activation message has already begun, is what they've said. Coding within the messages. The card on the top is the Courageous Peony, multifaceted, and they're saying to me, multidimensional. Remember your multidimensionality, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. This is going back to standing your ground and the previous message with the Lyrans that came through. They're also bringing through specifically a message of when you are firm, when you are solid in your, interesting how I'm using these words, right? Firm, solid. I'm seeing like four of Pentacles again. I'm seeing like a cube. They're showing me, okay, so there's sacred geometry in this as well. Platonic solids could be another thing for you as well with this. Standing firm, being solid in your sovereignty. There's a frequency shift that happens where you are automatically, again, shielded or protected. And there's something in letting yourself be seen that really amps up this frequency. Because there is a lot with regard to the empath journey connected to keeping yourself small. And when you keep yourself small, your frequency stays small. Your bandwidth, specifically, is what they're saying to me. Let me keep on shuffling here. Commander Ashtar really drawing me to the energy of the Kyanite right now and the Merkabah. So again, something here to do with sacred geometry, consciousness, the sealing of your energy, okay? The Merkabah as a seal of your energy. Being very intentional with that. Okay, water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. This is a simple reminder right now, what they're showing me with the ascension process. They're even giving me this as a personal thing. Because like, I have like sort of been, I got something going on, let's just say here, this last week with like throat and nose. But funny enough, he's saying, okay, sometimes these are ascension symptoms, okay? Be discerning as always. Remember, I'm not your doctor. Seek whatever advice you need from appropriate sources, okay? It's interesting because there's activations and upgrades happening at different energetic centers. Essentially, that's what he's saying. And we need to make our nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest a priority, and sleep. Sleep is a huge priority. And that was a big thing I had come up for me this past week, okay? Because you can't have integration without rest. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. I'm hearing the alchemy of opposites. They're bringing me back to the equilateral triangle again, and the alchemy of distraction. Alchemizing distraction, because something in that is cracking you open. I'm hearing it's doing you a favor. 2323 on the crown. Oh my God, this came through the meditation too. Interesting. Okay. The golden ray. This is also Archangel Sandophon coming through for this as well. Okay, this golden ray energy. This goes back to alchemy, but this is also connected to the inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. The golden children. There's another portal there. They want me to read from the book for that, which I will. And child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Okay, they're giving this to me specifically for some of you who resonate very much with being an empath, but are kind of on the fence when it comes to calling yourself a starseed. And for some reason, they're directing me back to that Starseed origin video. And also, what's the other one? There was another one. The Lyran video that just came through on Tuesday. Okay, I'm going to put those in the description box below because there's something significant in that. Okay, so listen to this on the golden children because it's really interesting. And I feel like it's very, very much connected to empaths. The golden children very much connected to empaths, okay? Oh, and I'm getting Pleiadian energies coming through for this as well. Okay. Golden children, children of the sun. Okay, so another confirmation coming through here with regard to Apollo, Delphi. That was another synchronicity that came through for me this week. Being initiates of the sun. I'm hearing druids as well, all connected to the cross-quarter days in relation to the sun. I'm getting Mama Gaia energy coming through for that, the cardinal directions and the cardinal points in astrology, the solstices and the equinoxes, somehow being significant to this, okay? So, golden children, children of the sun, are highly advanced. Oh, I'm also getting Horus energy coming through for that, okay? Heru, okay? Are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. They're also connecting this to the crystal and rainbow rays, or energies, or soul groups, I should say, or children, right? They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Okay, so there's something here with regard to the blue rays and the indigos supporting these golden children, the crystals, the rainbow, and the rainbows, okay? Okay, I'm seeing another card here. I don't think it's from this deck, but it's from another Rebecca Campbell deck, the Pillar of Light one, I think it is, where there's like, okay, and Lazar and the Lyrans again coming through for this. That's why they really want to connect in the previous message that came through. They're all connected. Many times they're all connected. We're all just sort of unpacking pieces of the puzzle, or I should say, peeling back the layers of the onion, okay? Unpacking the pieces is what they're saying to me specifically for that. Okay, so something with the golden pyramid energy connected to our sovereignty and connected to alchemy. So what's interesting is that I'm being shown the blue ray and the indigo energy being very alchemical, but in a dark night kind of the soul way. So that energy is very connected to alchemizing the darkness. But when I say that, I'm talking about shadow energies specifically, okay? Alchemizing the shadow energies, the things especially that have been repressed. It also, 2727, it's also connected though to alchemizing the evil or the bad as well. And if you've ever heard Dolores Cannon, I don't know, this is coming through for a specific reason. If you've ever heard Dolores Cannon talk about the different waves of volunteers and how they came in with different kinds of shielding already in place, this is very significant to this particular passage that's coming through right now, and they just want me to keep on reading. What's interesting is that there's actually, what I'm seeing in this card, before I continue, is this rainbow energy and this crystal energy also coming through in connection to these golden children, okay? Or golden ray as well. Like I'm hearing golden ray children. Archangel Sandalphon is really connected to this. And you know what's interesting? Yeah, he's just reminding me of that and how he's connected to protecting children and women who are pregnant and the soul of the child, okay, in utero, that type of a thing, right? Like I'm hearing, or the soul, okay, the soul essence of a child. The sowing of the seed. I'm getting golden seed. Okay. They just want me to keep on reading for that. All right. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin unanswering. There's so much coming through for this message. Okay. Okay. Where had we had a card come out at some point, and was it in the last message about answering a call? Something about answering a call or heeding a call. So unanswering, there's something to that. And whether we're answering a call or not, that might be something very specific for some of you. Okay. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, and so, if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as the new humans. Okay, so this is it. This is the confirmation with regard to blue rays, indigos, supporting these children, all right? And when I say children here, okay, I mean that it's like we're all brothers and sisters. We're all taking care of each other, right? And we are all God's children. So it's like, and the generations that come after us here in terms of linear time on Earth, the generations that come after us, they're like, it's like we're bigger brothers and sisters to the little brothers and sisters. The way a big brother takes care of a little brother or sister, or a big sister takes care of a little brother or sister. They're siblings, right? In that particular way. Because again, they're bringing through, it's like we've been through the gamut, right? So we know. If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project or a new beginning, and maybe specifically connected to this, right? To these children. To treat yourself or the new beginning with sweet, tender love that goes back to water your garden. To see the world through the innocence of a child. To see yourself and all others as innocent children. Oh, it's really beautiful. To remember that deep down, everyone is trying their best. And if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. The Starseed soul inquiry here is, how can you treat yourself or others more tenderly? And on that note, I'm going to close out this reading, okay? All right. They're bringing... I'm hearing, okay, activation complete, mission accomplished. That might be something that you might be saying to yourself. There's something about this affirmation of that's really significant that they're bringing through. Like we keep on need to saying that to we need to keep on saying this to ourselves. If you are resonating with doing the mission work, there's something in this continual affirming of mission complete. Like see it as already done. Even if you feel like physically right now in this realm, you still got X, Y, Z, A, B, C, 9, 10, 11 things to do. It's really significant that you keep on affirming that to yourself. Because they're bringing me back now. I'm seeing a pregnant woman. I'm seeing a woman pregnant, and I'm hearing you came here for a reason. Full body, all the way up my back, chills with that. Okay. I'm going to end it there. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Commander Ashtar, for coming through for these messages. Thank you, Spirit, for connecting us in this way. I thank you, Empath, Starseed, Lightworker, Healer, Awakened and Awakening Soul, for being here. I'm sending you so much love, wherever you are, in love and liberation, always.